Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Rayquaza in the Master League. My favorite. Not the number one, but I love this thing. It works so good. So Rayquaza with Breaking Swipe, and then soon Dragon Ascend. Well, for some people they already have it. Not really changing up too much. I mean, it kind of is. It's not. Dragon Ascend is an absolute amazing move, but getting there is an absolute pain in the butt. Okay, takes forever. So this is one of the reasons why you're going to want to raid this thing. Now we will be getting a special research that will enable us to get the meteorite, to get the move Dragon Ascend, and then after we get Dragon Ascend, then we're going to be able to use our Mega Energy to Mega Evolve it into the King of the Dragons, right? And it's going to be glorious. All right, so I do have a 100 here, and it is completely maxed out, best buddy, and I have a couple of hundreds. Don't have a Shundo, obviously, otherwise I go for that one. It is an absolute amazing shiny. Black shinies are one of the best. We can all agree on that one. And I'm gonna have to say, I think Rayquaza's design in the whole Pokemongo universe, not Pokemon universe, is amongst the best. As you can see, Dragon Ascend is on its list. Can't use an Elite TM. You're going to have to use that Meteorite. So when we do get Rayquaza in the raids with unlimited raids for the 26th and 27th, granted, you're still going to have to pay full price for those remote raids that you're doing. But you're still going to be able to remote raid them as much as you want if you have the funds. And stacking up those candies is going to be very important, because this is going to be something you want, as well as potentially getting a Shundo and stacking up the Mega Energy too, of course. And you definitely do not want to miss out. King of Dragons is going to be Rayquaza. So with that said, let's go ahead and take a look at this. I would have had this video up a long time ago. For the past couple of weeks, I'm going to be honest, I haven't been getting things up as fast as I should for some videos. It's a combination of a lot of busy stuff going on and school and all that stuff. But hey, it is what it is. Also, I got a little sidetracked. I started watching like top upgrades that you want for your AR. And then I already got it. It already looks like a Swiss Army knife. So I'm sitting there watching the video, and then I get online and start ordering new things. And I'm like, what am I doing with my life right now? I get your ass and start editing Pokemon videos. All right, let's go. What do we have going on here? You have Veltal. Okay, gonna go ahead and body slam and take the win with that Snorlax. We're gonna be pairing it up with the Excadrill as well as the Shadow Snorlax the entire time. This is a lead that you absolutely love to see. And then they're swapping into another Pokemon that Rayquaza is also the master of, and that is going to be Kyogre. Getting hit by Blizzard is not going to be appreciated. Obviously going to one-shot you. And Thunder is going to do a decent amount if you haven't lowered their attack. Once you've lowered their attack by a couple of stages, you will be able to take it no problem, even after you've lowered it once. And then the Origin Pulse is just still doing a lot of damage, even though it's resisted. But we bring in the Snorlax here, and we're really putting up a fight, and I realize, oh, you know what? Crap! I'll lose this too. We do have the Excadrill, which obviously does not want to go up against it, so our only hope at this point is to bring in the Rayquaza and farm them down. Excadrill is not necessarily going to want to see Groudon, so they have a Mewtwo. We can work with this. So since we do have so much energy built up here, this is a Shadow. They're going to have to shield one of these, otherwise they're going to go down here. They can farm up quick, but as long as we can take this, we should be looking okay. As long as we shield this up, obviously a Shadow Mewtwo would take us down in one shot with that Side Strike. Bringing in their Groudon as we do get off our next Breaking Swipe here. This is great. Mewtwo does have a little bit of health left, just no problem at all. I was thinking about catching here. This is obviously going to be Precipice plays. They want to go for the most damage, and we survive. Come on, Rayquaza, let's go. Getting to another Breaking Swipe here, and we take down the Groudon, and we take down the Mewtwo. All right, Rayquaza, star of the show. Let's go. All right, next battle. Well, Shadow Mewtwo came back for some revenge here. So this is still a good matchup. I do not mind this at all. We can take the Side Strike. It's going to leave us very low, so a Charm or a couple of Dragon Breaths might be able to take us out. So we're going to go ahead and shield up that first one, going for the Breaking Swipe here. And they catch with the Lugia, so we're going to go ahead and swap into our Excadrill. So we've lowered their attack, and we resist all of their moves. apparently, they're not going to have Hydro Pump. All right, they're going to have Aeroblast and Sky Attack as well as Dragon Tail. Excadrill is a little squishy, not a little, massively squishy. So this is still going to hurt Aeroblast, and we're still in the yellow. Not bad. A couple more Dragon Tails brings us into the red here, and we're going to go ahead and go for that Rock Slide after building up a little bit of extra energy. See if we can get to that charge move. Oh, Segaleo, not happening. Okay, I was encountering a lot of these lately. I can't say anything, so you do what you gotta do. Again, you can get those XL candies from raids. People were trying to make it seem like they're dropping out like pennies. No, they're not. So stop acting like it's so easy to get a bunch of XL candies from raids, because it's not. Yes, if you do them in person, you do have a better chance, but do not try to justify the route cheat. You got that? Bunch of idiots out here trying to justify things and making it seem like we're, they're gaslighting us, basically. Not saying this person is cheating that I'm going up against or the other one, but let's not act like everybody's got a level 50 Segaleo going around here. Give me that crap. Everybody's so easily fooled nowadays. All right, so after that tangent, Segaleo, and again, I'm not saying this person is legit, but looks like we are going to be able to take the win here. Letting it go, bringing in the Snorlax, because I'm going to go ahead and lick down that Psychic type. Let's go. And I was pretty happy about that. Get the crap out of here. Horrible lead up against Melmetal. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Snorlax, which unfortunately is going to have to take a superpower before they do retreat here. If we would have bring an Excadrill, I had a chance of going up against Kyogre, which would have been absolutely horrible. At least Snorlax doesn't have, we fighting types, but that's not too common. And they're going to be bringing in Giratina Altered. Shadow Claw is resisted, and our charge moves are all resisted as well. On top of them being a very tanky Pokemon, this is not too good for me here. But at least, we bring them down below yellow. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. All right, now technically, if we shield this up, we can bring him into the red. But we're going to go ahead and let it go here. Bring in the Rayquaza and kind of just farm them down. We're going to have to let this Dragon Claw go. It is going to do a decent amount because Rayquaza, unfortunately, isn't the tankiest thing around, but does have great attack. All right, immediately bringing in my Excadrill here to go up against the Melmetal, knowing that they're going to superpower and retreat again. And they have a Yveltal back here, so this is doable. We're calculating how we're going to be able to make this work here. Rayquaza has energy. I think I get confused by the way, let's just see how this plays out here. So we call that great. I'm surviving at this point with one shield. Down goes their Yveltal. Now, I thought they would want to shield that up, but I guess they're going to put all their hope into their Melmetal here, which I guess that kind of makes sense. But they go for superpower here. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know what they're doing, but it doesn't really matter. We're bringing in the Rayquaza and going for the Breaking Swipe. We've got 0 shields left. We needed to get to that Breaking Swipe. Unfortunately, we didn't. This Rock Slide is going to hurt, but we should be able to do this here, as they're not going to be able to... well, I don't know what the hell's going on here, because they let that go. Because we had Excadrill in the back, they knew it was probably over. So we take that win. We're looking good. Next battle met with another shiny Groudon here. They're retreating into a Melmetal, and we're going to immediately swap into the Excadrill for this. Now, you can let that first superpower go on top of them, lowering their defense. So it's probably within your best interest to do so that you're going to be able to do more damage. But technically, they survive. So, what you could do is shield this up, and then we'll farm them down here. And going into Groudon, we're going to be able to land a couple of drill runs here, which should bring out a shield. If they don't want to shield up, at least we bring the Groudon into the low red, where it's going to be able to be taken out in a couple more hits with Rayquaza here. But they will have a Precipice Blaze, and they can retreat with energy. So as you can see here, one more Dragon Tail. Now, we landed that one, so they have probably like 5 HP left. And they've got a Dragonite in the back. So I go for Breaking Swipe, bringing the Snorlax here. And we are still holding on to one shield as well as them. Now, their attack is going to do a whole lot less, but they are Shadow, so the superpower is going to hurt us here. I don't know if a superpower is going to KO at this point. And it doesn't. Fantastic, but a couple more Dragon Breaths, and technically that's not really good for us. We wanted that to be a clean KO, because now, yeah, they're farming up, but we take them out and they have no more energy. Yeah, well, yeah, it was a wrap. That was a wrap there. So they back out. We take that win. Next battle, what? Another shiny Groudon. Yeah, no algorithm here. We got those algorithms going for us. Let's go, boys. All right, so they're swapping into their Rayquaza. We're going to go ahead and just take it out there after they did do a ton of damage. Now, we are 100% IV and level 51, so we will be winning up against every Rayquaza unless they are the exact same, in which at that point, it will be a coin flip. So we are seeing a Shadow Mewtwo here, bringing in the Snorlax to do that super effective lick damage. And this is getting pretty close now. The game plan is we'll let this go. We did the damage we wanted to do, and we've gotten a shield out of them. Bringing in Rayquaza here, knowing that they're going to be obviously throwing this, we're going to shield it up. And they've got that Groudon. Now, we wanted the Rayquaza to line up with the Groudon again because, well, Excadrill's not really going to have a good time to go up against that thing. Now, what we could have done is bring in the Excadrill to kind of absorb whatever Mewtwo had. So that could have been a plan, I guess, but it doesn't really matter here. Getting to the last breaking swipe, we've got about 1 HP. They use their shield. Excadrill getting to the Drill Run, and, well, we've got 1 shield left, so we're going to go ahead and easily shield this up. Fire Punch bait, and we go for the Drill Run to take the win up against the Groudon here. Well, it's not quite over yet. We've got that Mewtwo, right? Okay, and we get to another Drill Run. Good old Excadrill putting in the work. Bit of a risky team here, seeing that the Excadrill as well as the Rayquaza are both on the very squishy side, so not too tanky of a team. Next battle met with a Dragonite here. This is a pretty good matchup for us, and we will be able to get to the Dragon Claw before they get to their, or the breaking swipe, I should say. They shield it up. And we're going to do the exact same as well. Even though we lowered their attack, it doesn't matter. It's still going to do a crap load of damage. They got a Mamoswine. We immediately swap into our Snorlax here, as that's going to be doing a lot of damage to our Dragon and Flying type here. A superpower right out the gate. We're not going to hold back. We're just going to go ahead and go right for it here. We want to take this thing out as soon as possible because we do have the Excadrill, which is also going to be taking a decent amount of damage from this Mamoswine. Mamoswine is a very good Pokemon for the Master League. If you haven't made one, you probably should work on one because it's also going to be good for the raids, but doesn't have a Mega, so if you have a good Shadow, think about that. All right, anyways, what do we have here? A Dragonite taking them out. They let it go, and they already knew it was a wrap here. Yeah, I guess their best bet would have been to shield up, get a shield, or something. I don't know what I would have done. Probably shielded it up, but that Metagross does not want to see Excadrill, and we take that win. So this is a pretty decent team here, I guess. Dialga, okay, now that we lead with, all right, so we're going to go ahead and swap into our Snorlax here. We're going to be swapping our lead out in a bit to Excadrill, and they're bringing out Kyogre after farming up with Dialga, which is actually perfect because they're bringing out the thing that's going to absolutely annihilate Excadrill. So now that we're going to see it here, we'll be able to handle it, and we don't have to worry about that later down the line, right? So they go for that, and then they farm us down, of course. So we'll go ahead and bring in the Rayquaza. I don't think they're going to be able to get to a Blizzard. This could be a Thunder for sure, and it's just a Surf. Great. Immediately swapping into the Excadrill to absorb an Iron Head here. And great. Still doing a lot of damage. They're still holding on to 2 shields, waiting for a potential catch. No catch. Staying in here with the Dialga. Letting it go. What do you have in the back? And it is going to be a Giratina, and this is a wrap. Yeah, no, this is a wrap. There is no way that they can pull this off with the damage that we're going to be doing with the Rayquaza and the health that we do have left. Do believe we still have energy on that thing too. We've gotten a shield out of them with the Drill Run, and we're looking pretty good. Let's see the devastating damage we're going to be able to do here with this Ray. All right, getting the last shield, lowering their attack, so they're going to just be doing that much less with the Shadow Claw. One more breaking swipe plus a couple of quick moves, and we take the win, Rayquaza, and 2 shields as well. Now, they did have energy to throw, but they knew it was a wrap. So, good game to my opponent. Next battle, Shadow Mewtwo again coming back for that revenge here. Will we ever go for the charge move, the flying charge move? I don't know. We'll have to see. I actually have a little something for you in a bit here. So they're going to be catching with their Dialga. Fantastic. We've used a shield though, unfortunately, so we are down there. Going to go ahead and throw this immediately because Iron Head does do a decent amount. You saw how much it did, even though we lowered their attack. And they've got a Ho-Oh in the back, absolutely eradicating my Excadrill here. So we got to time this perfectly. Well, I mean, not anymore. It's all up to if we can get it through, and we do. We get to the damn last rock slide. Amazing. And we're getting the last shield. But it's not over yet because that still can handle both of the Pokemon that we do have. It is Shadow. And, you know, Brave Bird's going to do a lot. We're calling the Sacred Fire. Good call. Swapping into Snorlax to kind of use as much of our Pokemon as we can to just absorb all of this damage that they do have here. Energy built up, and it's working quite nicely. And I'm still kind of contemplating how I should pull this off. So we go in here with the Ray. We're going to farm them down. They're getting to the charge move, but the Ho-Oh does not have energy. So check this out. We're finally going to be able to do it, folks. Let's go. We're going for the Hurricane. There you go. Hurricane. Is it going to be enough, though? And it is enough to take out that Shadow Ho-Oh. Let's go. Perfect. The one time I needed it, came in clutch for me. Next battle, another Groudon in the front. Love to see it. They're going to be swapping into their own Rayquaza. And since we don't have a real hard... I mean, we've got an Excadrill, but we're going to go ahead and just throw that catch into the Snorlax. Breaking Swipe. Let's go. Not doing as much damage as you think it's doing, is it? When it's not super effective. All right, now going for the Body Slam to take them out here. I'm not building up any extra energy. There's no point. I'm expecting that Dialga to come back into the battle here, but sorry, Groudon. And there it is, exactly. Gonna go for the Body Slam. They did lower our attack, right? So, yeah, with the Breaking Swipe they did. We're doing a lot less with the Body Slam, but they've already at half health here for another Body Slam, bringing them below half into the yellow, which is not bad at all. So thank you, Snorlax, for putting in all that work. Oh my goodness. And we're still going. We could have gotten to another one, but they swap into their Zacian, and now things are not looking too good here. Zacian does screw up this whole entire team, because it does have close combat and wild charges. I mean, those can both take out the Rayquaza. I mean, even a wild charge, play rough, close combat, all three moves, doesn't really matter. But the worst combination for this team is going to be play rough, close combat, as we're weak to fighting as well as fairy. So okay, they go for play rough. I think they do that because they don't want to lower their stats. That, or they have drill run, or I mean, gosh, I keep messing up my damn names. Jeez, I can't talk right now. Wild charge, there it is. All right, we take the win. Oh, that was my friend. Oh my goodness, good game, bud. Good game. All right. Now that I'm done stumbling over my words, we put Excadrill up front. We have a great lead. And they swap into Dialga, and we bring in Snorlax. Now, if you're like, whoa, what about the algorithm? You're not calling it out. You're looking real good. Yeah. It's looking real good because I was going negative sets. That's why. All right. I don't see anybody else calling out the other content creators on accumulating a bunch of battles and showing only their good ones. It's like it's okay though. It's okay. That's all right. Anyways, this is an interesting matchup here because we kind of have this balance of super effective, or not super, decent damage charge move versus not very effective quick move, and then super effective quick move versus not very effective charge move. Does look like they're going to be able to pull this one off before me, so I will have to use a shield if I do want to win this matchup here. I do believe I do. No, I don't. Okay, this is not the one. So gonna bring in Excadrill to gain a decent amount of farm here. This is going to be a Shadow Sneak, hopefully. No, never mind. Well, not hopefully. What am I? My goodness. Okay, anyways, going for the drill run here. And we're getting a shield out of that Mewtwo. Fantastic. Going for another one. Excadrill. Man, I really want this one shiny. Swapping into our Rayquaza as we do get their last shield, and they're going to be bringing back their Dialga here. Now their Mewtwo has energy, so we have to keep that in mind. Shadow Ball is going to do a ton still to Excadrill, while Psy Strike is also going to be doing a bunch. Bringing back the Excadrill, knowing that they're out of shields, this is the nice game plan that we have. Simply bring in the Excadrill. They're not going to Psycho Cut me down here. Yes, they have a decent amount of energy built up, but there's no way in hell that they're going to be able to outpace the two shields by the time I get to the two drill runs. It's going to be a decently close matchup, but nah, not enough energy. Psycho Cut is great for building that up, but it's not that godly. All right, going for the next drill run, and we're going to go ahead and take the win here. And Mewtwo, another one of these greats in Go Battle League. Really is. Next battle, Dragonite, Excadrill. This is not as good as you think since it has superpower now. I mean, because they can let this Rock Slide go. Let's see. They're going to shield out the first one, which is always a good sign, because after they go for that superpower, that's when they lower their defense, but they can still take that. So we call them the Dragon Claws. It's a good feeling when you do that. It really is. At this point, they're not going for superpower. So we're only going to shield it up if we just want to survive. So we let it go, though, bringing in our Rayquaza, knowing we farmed them down. Great. They're down a shield. Let's go. Show me a fairy. Goldingo. Well, that's still not very good because that's steel. And, well, that resists all of my stuff here. Like we were discussing in my last video for the Giraffarig, I was like, oh, it'd be cool if it can do something in Master League, but I mean, it can't if it doesn't have anything to cover fighting or steel types. I can't say anything right in this damn video today, now can I? Bringing in the Dialga, going for superpower right out the gate, and they're shielding it up. That kind of pissed me off. Yeah, that kind of annoyed me a little bit there, because it was one of my last hopes here, and they shielded it up, but they knew better. So, hey, what can I say? All right, landing that because there's no more shields, obviously, here. And we're still looking pretty good. Yeah, it's getting a little nervous, but I think we're going to be able to pull this off. No problem. Yeah, because that Goldingo has no health. Taking the win up against that Goldingo. Is that level 50? Nice. Very, very nice. That's legit. I mean, you can get a legit Goldingo, which is keep opening up those chests. Next battle, we are met with a Florges. No, okay, we got to love it. This is why Steel is so dominant here. We completely shut it down. Was that a Garchomp that they just swapped into? Oh, Giratina. So I'm going to build up a little bit of extra energy with the Excadrill and then bring in my Snorlax here. And if they have all ghost moves, there's nothing they could do. There's really nothing they could do here. So I think I farmed them down. I may throw a Body Slam here just to... Yeah, we throw this Body Slam, which is not going to do anything. We're still going to be able to farm them down a bunch. Come out of this with a ton of energy. And they don't even get off another charge move. Bringing in Florges, and I was such a clown. I should have started hitting Body Slams. I was spacing it. I was thinking about something else. So we're going to shield up that Moonblast and start spamming them with the Body Slams here now that we've wasted a shield. Although I probably would have used one anyways because I had all this energy and I didn't want to go down. So it doesn't really matter. Getting to the next Body Slam. And it's gonna get a shield. Okay, it's gonna see their first shield being used there. So since we do completely wall them with Excadrill, we're gonna go ahead and bring in that. And they've got a Landorus, so we're just gonna go ahead and throw a nice Rock Slide, swap into the Rayquaza. And now since we've done that Rock Slide damage, we can go ahead and easily farm them down. I guess we're gonna go for the Breaking Swipe. Oh, yeah, makes sense. Okay, so Breaking Swipe, lower the attack, so now we can let this go, not use our shield. Perfect, because the Florges can still do a decent amount of damage to Excadrill if I screw around and find out. All right, so perfect. Going in here with a bunch of energy. This is going to be superpower. At this point, we're good because a Moonblast is not enough, and we just need to hit this Drill Run, and we're going to be able to take the win. And then we're going to have to farm down that Landorus now. I think, no, they back out, okay. And we take that win. All right. Show us a good or bad lead. What do we got? Bad lead. Well, there you go. First loss here on the video for this team. Well, it's not over yet, but absolutely a horrible lead. Now, what can be good for the situation is the fact that they swapped into Togekiss when I bring in Snorlax, because Snorlax beats this thing. Although they did do a bunch of damage before they did retreat with energy with that Kyogre. We gotta kind of put on the pressure here. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and shield this Ancient Power. It doesn't really matter. We've gotten one shield out of them. We should be able to take this win here. Let's see what happens. If we do, oh yeah, we're good to go. Now they're gonna be bringing in Yveltal, which is perfectly fine. I wanted to go for Superpower, but they're gonna throw their energy, which is perfectly good with me too, because now they're gonna be energy dry. We bring in Excadrill. They immediately swap into their Kyogre. Now, here's where the mind games start happening, because they did retreat with energy, I think, right? So I don't know if this is enough for Blizzard. It is a Thunder, though, after we've lowered their attack, and there you go. There's the damage. Farming them down, and now we've got energy to throw at this Yveltal here, which is going to be a Breaking Swipe, lowering their attack, getting to another one. Rayquaza just putting in the work. Focus Blast will still KO Excadrill, and I got a little nervous here, so let's see what happens. They might have the new flying move on it, so we don't have to worry about that. But they hit me, they bait me, and I'm thinking, crap, Focus Blast, but it's just another Dark Pulse, so we're good to go. Getting to the Rock Slide, and we're taking the win up against a bad lead, up against Kyogre with Excadrill. Feels good. Yeah, that's probably one of the worst leads for it. All right, next battle. What do we have going on here? And that is going to be a Mewtwo. Okay. Well, this is fine. We're just going to play that game here. We can let that first one go, although they're probably going to go for a Shadow Ball. It doesn't really matter because Psycho Cut, it's not happening. Psy Strike. Yeah, your best bet's pretty much just go double Psy Strike. If you have Shadow Ball, I guess you can build up to Focus Blast, but then again, it's going to be obvious. But hey, we're going to shield up that next one here. Let's see what happens. Going to go for that Drill Run. They're going to let it go, holding on to both of their shields and bringing in Giratina, which worked for me. If I recall this correctly, they will be shielding this up here. Okay, fantastic. So not only are we looking good with our Snorlax, but we got the shield out of them. Yes, they have energy, but we don't need to worry about that for now. They're bringing in a Dialga, so we're going to go ahead and throw Superpower here, see if we can get that last shield, or just do a bunch of damage. Bring in the Rayquaza, and this is pretty much a wrap at this point. You know, for fun, I could shield this up and then, you know, have a little fun with Ray, but we're going to let it go. They back out. We take the win. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!